The man who sold second chances. There's a man who visits town once a year. No one knows where he comes from. No one ever sees him arrive. No one ever sees him leave. But every summer, without fail, just after midnight in the muggy August heat, he appears. Under a starless, inky black sky, he sits behind a small wooden booth at the edge of the old highway, displaying a sign boasting second chances, fair prices. I'd never deigned to visit the rickety, carnival-esque stand that promised a different future. It was meant for those who regret. This isn't to say I didn't have more than a few choices in life I saw as being worthy of second guessing. But there was nothing that I looked upon with reproach. There was no desperate need for repentance that bubbled deep within my gut. No desire to visit the man who sold second chances. But in late March, when the first signs of sweetness from blooming magnolia trees tinged the air, a decision settled itself so deeply in the recesses of my consciousness, the past cannot be undone. It was such a simple favor, a text reading, "Can you come pick me up? I've got a weird feeling and I don't feel safe walking anymore," followed by 3 missed calls. Then the frantic voicemail, "Seriously, please pick up. I think this guy is following me." Another missed call. Then radio silence. I noticed all of this at just past 1 in the morning. The messages and calls had been left in succession. 11:42 p.m. 11:47 p.m. 11:53 p.m. 11:54 p.m. Nothing. 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 I had silenced my phone because I was studying, and as soon as I saw how serious things seemed to be, why Emily had tried to contact me so many times, I called back. No answer. I ran to my car, panic-stricken and feverishly dialing and redialing her number. I knew where she had been and the route she would have taken to get home. But no matter how many times I retraced the steps my friend would have taken just an hour ago, the street remained empty. It's June now, and the search for Emily has fizzled out. The police have resigned to the belief that she is dead, and if nothing has been discovered at this point, a body will likely never be found. The case files will sit in a cardboard box gathering dust, unsolved, scrawled in block letters across its front. Silencing my phone that night isn't the decision that carried so much shame. No, the shame stemmed from a decision I had made after that. Amongst the string of texts and missed calls, there was a piece of evidence that condemned me to this misery. A single message that led me to the man who sold second chances. Read 11:43 p.m. The sickly sweet smell of magnolia heavily perfumed the air. It's August and their blossoms have almost all but disappeared from their spindly perches in the trees, littering the ground with rotting corpse petals that signal the end of summer. But the stench that lingered on the breeze brought with it a reminder. Soon, a makeshift booth would be constructed on the edge of town, and soon I'd be given the opportunity to pick up my phone, the opportunity to live the rest of my life without having to stare at that last text, listen to that voicemail, the opportunity to hear more in my friend's voice than fear. And so I waited. There was no set date for when the man would appear to construct his booth, but there were signs to look for. There would be no stars, and the night sky would be a deep void of blackness, without even the subtle glow of the moon to offer any reprieve. People in town said these astrological anomalies happened because all the possibilities of all the second chances needed to be the only thing people looked towards. I don't know how much I believed this superstition, but I did believe in the man. I believed in what he offered. And finally, the night came.